Let's begin with interferons. As I mentioned earlier, interferons are cytokines. Cytokines are proteins released by some immune cells that increase or strengthen the immune response. Interferons are released in response to intracellular parasites. These are parasites that live within cells, such as viruses and some bacteria. The flu-like symptoms that you experience when you have a viral infection are actually caused by interferons and not the viruses themselves. These symptoms include muscle ache, fever, as well as malaise, the feeling of being tired. The main action of interferons is to prevent viral replication. We'll look at this in greater detail. The term inter refers to the fact that these cytokines interfere with the replication of the parasite. The cell on the left is a cell that has been infected with a virus. A virus is simply a nucleic acid surrounded by a protein coat. That nucleic acid can either be RNA or DNA. When a cell becomes infected with a virus, the nucleic acid will be used to turn on protein synthesis to make viral components. Viruses are not considered living because they are not able to replicate on their own. They must have a host, and the host is the cell that is infected with the virus. When a host is infected with a virus, it will produce and release interferons. These are represented with the red triangles. So an infected cell releases the interferons. The interferons then will attach or bind to interferon receptors on neighboring cells. The cell on the right is not infected with the virus initially, and that what the interferon does is it stimulates that cell to produce antiviral proteins, or AVPs. If this cell becomes infected with a virus, the AVP turns off the protein synthesis mechanism within the cell. That prevents the virus from replicating. So what the interferons do is they prevent viral replication or the spreading of the infection. So the non-infected neighbor produces the antiviral proteins, and these prevent viral replication by shutting down the protein synthesis mechanism within that neighboring cell. That mechanism is turned off just long enough to prevent viral replication. Once the viral replication has been prevented, the protein synthesis mechanism turns back on so that the cell can survive, the neighboring cell can survive. In addition, some interferons will activate a type of leukocyte called a natural killer cell.